In this tutorial, we'll be going over how you can create this light burst text effect using Procreate for the iPad, as you can see that I've done here on my screen. So let me go back over here to my gallery, and I'm going to open up a new document based on the screen size. And the first thing I want to do is, first let me just zoom out a little bit. I want to change the screen size here, or the background color rather, to black. So I'm going to tap on background color, and I just want to make this black. And I want to make sure I have my fill color over here set to white. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create some text and place it on the canvas. So I'm going to tap on the wrench icon over here. I'm going to tap on add text. And for this tutorial, I'm just going to write burst. You can write whatever you'd like, obviously. And let me just make this a little bigger because I want to make this text bigger. So I want to make the bounding box bigger. Let me triple tap on the text to select it. Tap on the font up here, and I'm going to choose a different font. I'm going to use a nice compact heavyweight font like this right here, the DIN condensed. Pretty good font for this lesson. And I'm just going to increase the size of this text like that. And there we go. Now let me grab the selection tool. Let me come back over here to the layers menu. Let me tap on the text layer right here. And where it says rasterize, I just want to tap on that, rasterize. So now it's no longer a text object. Let me grab the selection tool. And over here where it says snapping, make sure you have snapping enabled right here. And with snapping enabled, I'm just going to take this and place it directly in the middle of the canvas like that. And you'll get these orange guides that populate on the screen to let you know it's directly in the middle of the canvas there. So what I want to do now is apply a motion blur to this text object. Before I do that though, let me make a copy of this. Let me come back over here to the layers menu. Let me slide this to the left, tap on duplicate, and let me make this top one invisible by unchecking that box right there. And then I'll select the original one so I make sure I have that activated. So what I will do now is come over here to the effects menu. I'm looking for perspective blur, and I'm going to leave that point right where it is. We want this to blur from the center out. So I'm just going to swipe right across the screen like that. And as you can see, it created like a motion blur effect, or perspective blur rather. That's not quite enough though, so I'm going to apply this a couple of more times. Let me deselect that and select it again. Perspective blur all the way to the right. Try it again a second time. We're going to have to do this about 3 or 4 times to really get the effect we're going for here. And probably one more time like that. That should be good. Okay, so that right there looks pretty good. That's the effect I'm going for. So what I want to do now is let me deselect this. Let me come over here to the layers menu. Let me select layer 1. Close out of the layers menu. Make your fill color black like that. And then just tap on layer 1 and go to fill layer. And the layer should be filled with black now. And what I want to do is select the burst layer, tap on this again so we get this flyout menu, and I want to choose merge down. So now this is now combined together. The black layer and the text layer are now on one layer like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to import an image of a galaxy. I will have this image linked in the description of the video, so go ahead and grab that link. I'm just going to open up my web browser over here. I already have it opened. I'm going to hold a tap over this image, go to copy image, back to Procreate over here, and then I'll tap on the wrench icon and go to paste. And now I want to make sure that this image fits the canvas. So let me tap on freeform over here and just snap this into the corners like that so that it's the same size as the canvas. And there we go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back over here to the layers menu. Let me tap on layer 1 right here where the text is. Tap on it again and go to copy. And once it's copied, come over here to, let me just make sure. Okay, there we go. Now, once it's copied, come over here to the original image over here. First of all, turn off the visibility of this. Then come over here to this image layer, tap on the image layer and go to mask. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tap on the wrench icon and go to paste. And it should paste the image in there as a layer mask, as you can see there like that. And that right there is the effect we are going for. Okay, so that looks good as it is. Let me deselect that. What I want to do now is come over here to the layers menu, and what we could do is we could select the image right here and go to effects, color curves, and I just want to bring out, the lightness or the color in this image a little bit. So I'm going to take this top handle. Make sure you have the gamma option selected. Bring that out a little bit like that. And there we go. That's looking pretty good like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the wrench icon. I'm going to go to copy canvas. And now I will go to paste. And now we have a new copy of the canvas pasted on top here. So now we can select the adjustments layer, go to curves, and I just want to lighten this up a little bit Let me take the blue channel, add a little bit of blue in there like that. Oh. If I can grab that, there we go. I just want to add a little bit of blue in there like that. Not much. And then I'll come over to the red channel. I want to add a little bit of red in there like that, just to add some color to this light burst effect like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, let me come back over here to the layers menu. This original text item that we duplicated, we could turn this on now, and we can select that and close out of the layers menu. What we want to do now is go to effects, or adjustments rather, and choose perspective blur. And we want to do the same thing. I'm just going to give this a perspective blur like that. Not as many as the last time, maybe 1 or 2 should be good. So let me apply another one, perspective blur. That's looking pretty good right there. We can close out of that. Now let's change the blend mode of this layer. Let's come over here to this layer, tap on this letter N right here. And I want to change this to overlay like that. That right there is the effect we're going for. Okay, so we'll close out of that. Now if you toggle off, let me show you the difference here. If you toggle off the visibility of this layer, you can see quite the difference there. It goes from being barely legible to a lot more legible like that. And if you want to reduce the effect, you can adjust the opacity if you'd like. If you'd like it less intense, you could bring it down to like, I don't know, maybe 75% like that. And that looks pretty good. I think I'll leave that as it is. And what we want to do now is let's go back to the Galaxy image. Let's come back over here to the web browser, hold a tap over that, copy image, and we want to come back here and paste in this image again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this. I'm going to tap on the wrench icon, go to paste, choose freeform, snap this into the corners so that it's the same size as the image like that. And now what we can do is we can come over here, tap on this letter N, and for this one we want to choose soft light. And that right there is looking pretty good. So what we'll do now is we'll come over here to the wrench icon, go to copy canvas, and then paste. And now we have a whole new flattened copy of what we've created here. And we could just adjust this further. So let me come over here. Let me deselect that. Let me come back over here to the adjustments menu. I want to choose color balance this time. This is what we can use to add some more color to this image here. I want to add a little bit of redness in here. I think that adds a nice touch. And then from here, you could just add a little bit of magenta, yellow, blue, whatever you want to do. At this point, we're just eyeballing it. You could just apply whatever you think looks good. I'm just applying my own preferences here like that. And then one final adjustment, if you want to adjust the curves again, you can go ahead and do that just to get that really fine-tuned effect here. Maybe I'll add a little more blue in there. Looking good. A little more red. Okay, that's looking pretty good right there. Maybe make the text a little brighter. Okay, and there we go. I think that should do it for this tutorial. So as you can see, we are finished. We have created our little galaxy light burst effect using Procreate for the iPad. So if you have any questions, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching.